Hello, everybody. So if you didn't hear Kamala Harris's economic plan, if you could call it that, I don't know an economist out there that's not looking at this and just absolutely shaking their head in utter dismay. She released a lot of, her usual mumbo jumbo, where she spoke with zero clarity, zero strategic vision, zero confidence, because her plan is complete bubkus. But one of the prominent features was this idea of, gouging, grocery price gouging, and something that she says she's going to take that in her first 100 days, as you can see in this headline, to lower food and other everyday costs, which, sounds good on the surface. But wait till I break this down for you, what this actually means and how this could create breadlines like literally communism and socialism in America. But the biggest thing that I want you to stick around for is this amazing video of small grocery store business owners, medium to small business owners who own grocery stores, coming out in droves to literally torch this plan. And I'm going to show you this amazing clip of these grocery store owners talking about, what do you mean price gouging? Because there's such a low margin in this business, and all of her plans are going to literally lead to breadlines. And so wait for that. I'm going to share with you that video. It is so powerful. So please make sure you watch until the end. But, as your boy Nez always does, first, let's do this. I always do my due diligence. I always do my own qualitative and quantitative research. And what I have found is this amazing gentleman who actually works or had worked as somebody who was in merger and acquisitions in the food industry, Rob Steiger. And he posted this that I really, really think breaks this down exactly to precision. What would happen? See, because when you actually run businesses, when you actually work in the vertical that you're talking about, and you're actually in the real world, you really have a great vantage point, and you can actually apply practical sense and really see through all the BS political dishonesty, especially coming from Kamala Harris. So check this out. Let's go through this. He really outlines step by step what would happen if we implemented a price gouging, and then I'm going to share that video. Check this out. So the first thing he says, the government announces that grocery retailers aren't allowed to raise prices. So that would be, let's see what would happen. So grocery stores, which operate on a 1% to 2% net margin, can't survive if their suppliers raise prices. So the government announces that food producers, Kraft, Heinz, and all these other companies also aren't allowed to raise prices. So you have to understand it. This is just so broken down so beautifully. Not all grocery stores are created equal. Stores in lower income areas make less money than those in higher income areas, as the former disproportionately sell lower margin prepackaged foods, center of the store, quote unquote, instead of higher margin fresh products like meat, which is usually at the perimeter of the store. Because stores in lower income areas aren't able to cover overhead. Remember, even if their wholesale costs aren't fixed, their labor, utilities, insurance, and other operating expenses aren't fixed yet. Grocery store chains start to shut them down. Food deserts in rural areas and low-income urban areas alike become worse. Meanwhile, margins for food producers are also quickly eroding. And point number 4, their primary costs, ingredients, energy, and labor aren't fixed. And their shrinking gross profits leave less cash flow available to cover overhead, maintain facilities, and reinvest in additional production capacity. This is such an economically sound breakdown. It's the same thing, that Gutfeld said. I thought the same thing when I first heard this, when she decides to, I'm going to give a $25,000 credit to first-time homebuyers. It sounds great. I'm going to cut prices. It sounds great. I'm going to eliminate all your student loans. It sounds great, but when you look at this critically, when you actually think, okay, what does this really mean? What's behind this? How does this happen? How in the world are you able to do this? Where are you getting the money? It's coming from us, everybody. So we're going to pay. Hardworking Americans are going to pay in the long run and in the short run as well. And so especially depending on how fast they implement these measures and initiatives. And so this is the stuff that is the real crux of my channel, why I love being able to share this stuff with you, because I know you guys are critical thinkers, and this just kind of falls in line with that. So their shrinking gross profits leave less cash flow available to cover overhead, maintain facilities, and reinvest in additional capacity. Grocery chains, which have finite shelf space, start to repurpose their stores. Those they didn't have to shut down, I should say, to sell more non-price controlled items. Everything from nutrition supplements to kitchenware to apparel and less price-controlled food products. Your local Kroger or Safeway starts to look and feel more like Walmart because they don't have a choice. And then point number 6, food producers stop making products with lower margins. Grocery chains start competing with each other to secure inventory. Since they can't compete by offering stronger prices, if she actually does end this quote-unquote price gouging, which is not happening. Remember, producers aren't allowed to raise prices, and even if they could, grocery chains could no longer have the gross profit to bear price increases. They compete on things like payment terms. Small grocery chains start to shut down entirely because there's no way they can compete, or get sold to larger chains like Kroger. So you're going to have a monopoly. This is what he means by the Walmart-esque. I mean, these businesses are going to fall left and right. Wait till you see the video coming up in just a second. They won't be able to cover fixed costs. A major reason for this is because they can no longer reliably secure delivery of products due to producers prioritizing sales to larger customers, which are able to leverage their stronger balance sheets to offer superior payment terms. Smaller food producers, which typically sell via distributors rather than directly to grocery chains, start to go out of business. I mean, it's over for them because these producers have an additional step their value chains, and because they have lower volumes over which to spread their fixed costs, their cost structure is inherently disadvantaged to major food producers. So Kamala Harris's plan is going to literally nix the so-called middle class that she purports to be all about in every single campaign message, in every single Biden campaign message, Obama, Clinton, the list goes on and on. The hypocrites continue to be nothing more than hypocrites. When grocery stores aren't able to raise prices, cutting product costs becomes all the more important. And deprioritizing purchases from smaller producers is just an easy way to do so. And then number 9, as supply chains, this is where it starts to get really ugly. If you can't stomach this, I suggest you keep scrolling. As supply chains break down, lines start to form outside grocery stores every morning. Cities assign police officers to patrol store parking lots, and food producers draft contingency plans to assign armed escorts to delivery trucks. Are we starting to see the picture here, everybody? Federal government announces a program to issue block grants for states to purchase and operate shuttered grocery stores. The USDA also seizes closed down production facilities. Then the government announces that prices for all key food costs, corn, wheat, cattle, energy, are also now fixed to stop profiteers from gouging. The now government operates food industry. So basically, you're seeing bedlam upon bedlam upon bedlam. Shockingly, the government struggles to operate. What a shock. One of the most complex industries on the planet, and the entire food supply chain starts imploding. And then what do you have? Communism, mass starvation, and the end of America quickly ensue. You want to vote for that? This is what you want to do in November? Is this what we want to see? Again, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack in the comments, but I keep saying this over and over again. And Biden has admitted it, so it's not really a kind of outlandish statement. DEI kills, ladies and gentlemen. You have somebody who is not qualified, didn't earn a single vote, a single primary, actually executed a coup in a sitting president, was literally handpicked because she filled all the check boxes: woman, ethnic, person of color, Indian American, etc., etc. The list goes on, without looking at one molecule of complexity and understanding Is this person qualified to do any of this stuff? This is what you have. This is the byproduct of DEI, which is why I keep saying it is the most parasitic, cancerous idea to ever bestow the human race. It is discrimination, period. DEI didn't earn it. Okay, now you have to watch this. This is absolutely fantastic. Check out these videos from these grocery store small business owners and listen to what they have to say to Vice President Kamala Harris. Check this out.
Hi, my name is Ishan Khan.
My name is Carlos Collado from Fine Fair Supermarket.
I live in Staten Island, and over 24 years, I own a grocery store, retail grocery store in Brooklyn. And during my this 24 years, I never saw the cost of grocery, bread, butter, cookie, milk going up during the administration of Biden and Harris.
See those shelves back there? We're trying to keep less inventory because it's expensive after the inflation under your vice presidency. Now I go through the store. Yes, we have to have merchandise here for our customers. But if you only knew how this works, and I invite you to come down, we can have you help us enter the invoices into QuickBooks, since you claim that we are price gouging.
So for example, I'll give you an example. You see this Oreo cookie? I love Oreo cookie. I used to sell it for, my cost used to be $1.50. I used to sell it for $2.99. Right now, this cookie, I'm selling it for $7. Why? Because my cost is for over $4. And look, I have only 2 pieces. I used to order cases and cases because the cost of groceries is so much high. I can't afford it.
You can come down. Come on, we'll show you. Here, okay? You see those little price tags there and signs? Okay, those we try to keep as minimal as possible. I can show you an item where just yesterday it had gone up, and if we were to use our industry standard price system, it would have to have gone up about 25, 30, or 40 cents, and we decided to just increase it 15 cents.
I'm requesting to people that please don't vote for these people. They are bad news. I mean, Biden, what he did, he's in the corridor of power 45 years. What he accomplished? And the money that they are throwing in Ukraine war and this and that, and Trump said that the moment I get in, I'm going to stop the war. So that money should come to our economy. That money should go to our school and hospital. So we deserve that money. So please, this is Harris, and Kamala Harris is a bad news. She was a prosecutor in California. If you guys don't believe me, just Google it and find out over there what she did over there. You know what I mean? So please stay away from them. Bad news for America. This country is great, and we can make it great again.
Okay? Because our customers are very price sensitive. If you didn't understand that, I can tell you that we will lose our customers if that were to be the case. But if you like, you can come down and we can discuss further.
The engine of our economy is small business owners. The engine of our economy are people who work hard, legal immigrants, American citizens, people who bleed red, white, and blue. My parents, legal immigrants, they came in the 70s. They had my brother and me, born, raised, and made in America. These are the people. My mom's been a business owner for over 50 years. These are the people who create jobs. These are the people who create the economies, create community, create all the opportunities. And they appreciate the opportunities because they came from countries. That's why everybody's trying to pour in here. And so I just love real, visceral, concrete evidence from the actual market, the free market, which is what our forefathers, which is what our system cultivates. And so you heard it directly from the actual grocery store business owners saying this is a terrible idea. I love that one guy, stay away from her. They're bad news. I mean, smart people. I mean, Biden's been there for 50 years. What has he done? We can use that money. Why are you giving it to other people? I just absolutely love it. If you want breadlines, if you want communism, if you want socialism, well, then you know who you need to vote for. But I think most of you don't want that. I know I don't want that. I especially don't want that for my kids, my grandkids, and my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkids. And so You know what to do. So I throw this off to you. I can't wait to read your comments. What do you think of this? What do you think of that breakdown of the economic plan? And also, what do you think of this video? These heartfelt business owners. I mean, what are you talking about? 2% margin industry? Kamala knows nothing about the grocery food business. I mean, she has no clue how she could absolutely demolish it. So let me know in the comments what you think. Please tap that like button because we need to educate. It's not for me. It's not for vanity. We need to educate our citizens. And this video, what happens if you tap that like button, which takes you a nanosecond and it's free, do it right now. What happens is the algorithm pushes our video to more people. We have to educate people. We have to educate our citizenry because when we have an educated citizenry, they make educated decisions. And when they make educated decisions, that's good for you, that's good for me, that's good for the entire world, not just our country, everybody. So please, please tap that thumbs up, give me a comment down below. And if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe or sign up, I should say, for our free newsletter. It's free. It's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. Sign up for that. It takes you a second. All we need is your best email and you're in. You'll never miss out on all the latest breaking that the fake woke media won't give you. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here. Subscribe, follow, and as always, may God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.